welcome to my channel. Today is Flosstube number 34. I'm here for my cross stitching update. Let's look at my notes. It's Monday the 27th of October, it's around midday, and I thought I would check in, let you know I've got quite a few projects, so I'll let you know what I've been up to. Usually I get straight into the stitching, but I've got two mentions that I want to start off with. The first one is the Max Colour Stitcher, who is Anne. She stitches full coverage, lots of beautiful projects, and usually in Max colours. Yes, she mentioned me, so I wanted to mention her back, and she's stitching a cat that it made me laugh because she was saying that in my last video she's seen that I don't stitch cats, and it made her laugh because she's stitching a big cat, but the cat is quite cute, but I still wouldn't stitch it. So go and check Anne out, she's lovely. And the second one is the Alchemist Stitcher, who is Anna, and she has a lot of full coverage, a lot of Gecko Rouge. She's stitching the contemporary cross Sweet Summertime that I'm stitching, so it's always fun to see her progress on that. And she's playing a game, I think it's kind of gone a bit wild on Flosstube, I'm not sure actually, but I know a few others are playing it, and basically she's assigned whips to certain Flosstubers depending on the project or whatever, and every time they upload a video she works on that whip for 200 stitches. So Sweet Summertime needs 200 stitches now. And yes, so go and check her out and see what she's up to. Both ladies are lovely, so yes, I'm sure you'll enjoy their videos. And other than that, let's get into the whips. I have worked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 projects. 2 of those 13 have now hit their 5% goal, so yay, I'm really happy. And a few of them are close, so I will be, if it's close or if it's on the 5% list, I will let you know how much is left, because we're heading into the last couple of months of the year, so when I get those knocked out. I've had one new start, and oh, you might be able to see an old whip is coming out. My chatelaine is coming out today. I got my new stand, and I have used the stand, but not for that project. I did want to put my antique shop on the scroll frame, but it's too large, so I'm getting the chatelaine back out, and I will do a review of the stand. It's a needle needs necessaire. What's it called? Yeah, I think that's it. Floor stand. It's beautifully made so far. I will do a full review. I just need to use it for a little while first. So, let's have a sip of coffee. I hope you've got a drink. My cup's stuck to the bottom. Ugh. I must have spilt some. Caramel coffee at midday instead of my usual. So yes, I'm going to go through the bags first, and then I've got a stack here that I've already like staying in hoops and stuff, so I'm just going to pick off the top. This one is Sunset at Hogsme. I will be editing the pictures back in just because I find the glare annoys me more than editing. So this is what it will look like when it is finished. It is charted by Creative Crescents of Etsy. All my projects will be linked down in the description box below, along with what fabric they are stitched on. Let's put that down now. This is stitched 25 count 1/1 full cross, and you should be seeing a before and after for each project if I have the picture. I think I've been quite good this time, but here is where I am. I'm still loving this piece. So while I show you that, I'm going to get up my 5% goals, let you know how much is left. So I have been working my way down to that window, and as you can see, I am getting a lot more of the surrounding area, because sometimes when you stitch the actual object it's nice, but it doesn't look right until the things around it a stitch, so I'm trying to kind of fill in as I go, and it is looking really good. I love it. I just love it. It's probably one of my top few favourite projects at the minute. Let's see how much this needs to get to 5%. Sunset at Hogsme needs 2,104 stitches to get to its 5% goal. So this time around, I've put in 1,287 stitches, and this one is now sitting at 5.54%. So we've gone over 5%, which is a lovely milestone. And yes, that is gonna just look stunning. So that is the first one. And it's still got a couple of thousand stitches, which is nice. And now I can bring it back out with no guilt of anything else missing its goal. I'll zip them all up after. I've not unzipped them, but I never do. The next piece is A Beautiful Place. Here is what it looks like when it is finished. It is charted by Stitches So Beautiful, and it is artwork by Eda Jose Rosa. And I love this piece. I say it every time, but I really, really do love working on this piece. So here is where I'm at. I worked down here in this hut thing. You can see that coming in lovely. And oh, just love it. Love, love, love it. If you showed me this piece as just the artwork, it's not something I would choose on my own. I did start it with other people, which sometimes encourages you more because you want to be involved. I'm so glad I joined in on this one. Honestly, one of my favourite projects. I'm going to say that for every single one. So this time around, this one got 1,000 stitches and is now at 13.47%. So we're edging close to that 15% mark. And it is a long piece, but really, really pretty. This one needs only, where is it? Beautiful Place. Only 329 stitches to get to its 5% goal for the year. So I'm not sure whether I'll just round it up and do 500. It depends, because I'm working in this page here. So if I finish this page and it's hit its milestone, I'll probably just leave it at that page finish. But we'll see. We shall see. The next piece is another Eda Jose Rosa piece, charted by Stitches So Beautiful, and it is Castle. And here is what it looks like when it's finished, while I unfold. And here is where I'm at. So working in that castle, kind of working in the diagonal. And this got 1,040 stitches and now at 8.86%. Sorry, my light's going in and out. It's a cloudy day today. It's been raining all morning. It's not raining now though. So you should be seeing a before and after for that section. And this only needs another 1,821 stitches. So as you can see, we're getting close to those goals. So yes, as per usual, I'm enjoying that piece. I was thinking of going right across the top row of pages, but there's still a lot of background on the other side. So what I might do is work in the castle a little bit, just to finish off the last couple of 1,000 stitches, and then next year I can reevaluate and see what kind of mood I'm in. So that is that. The next piece is Arabic Princess. Here is what it looks like when it's finished. It is artwork by Genovia Art and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh, I've not been telling you. Everything so far is 25 count 1/1 full cross. This is the same. And this got, let me show you. Here is where I got to. So we're edging into these yellows over here, and I'm working this in the diagonal, well, picking symbols in the diagonal stair step blocks, just so I get the variety. And there's a lot of confetti in this piece, so it breaks it up a little bit. And then just stitching out my thread wherever it goes. This one got 1,268 stitches and is now at 4.83%, so it's so close to 5%. It still needs 2,437 stitches to get to its 5% goal for the year. So when I say, if you weren't here from when these goals came in, mid-year it's not to get to 5%, it's to add 5% for this year. So, lovely piece. What's next? Next up is Little Ocean. It is charted by Blushing Pink Stitches. Artwork is by Morgana Fantasy AI. And it is stitched 25 count 1/1 full cross. Oh, this one's an exciting one because I did go rogue. I was stitching by page. I was getting a little, not bored, but I wanted to do something else. So I did. I've got a piece of fluff or something. So here's where I got to. So first off, I was working up here, got quite a bit done. And then I decided, let me stitch a little bit of brown. So I found this little section of brown. And then when I found that, I was so close, like so close. So I just stitched her eye in. Well, the black and some brown. So, yeah. There is something I want to talk about this piece. So first off, it got, what did it get? 1,897 stitches, and it is now at 9.54%, and this one has reached its 5% goal for the year, so it's going away. I'm really happy that I managed to get that goal done. So I was looking at the mock-up, and there was something that there was two things that I did not like or didn't know, and this is AI, I guess, so it's my own fault for like overlooking that. But if you look in her chest area, there is some white, I don't know what it is. What is that? I don't know. It's down here. It looks weird. I'd never noticed it, to be honest. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to stitch that. I think I might just stop here. Also, I was looking in her hair and there is like a random really light bit. Like you can see the curls coming down, which is fine. But this curly bit, it looks like a stick. I don't know what it is. There's not much I can really do about that because it would take off all of that. So I might leave that and just hope it doesn't bother me. And then I might crop that bit off. I just don't understand what it is. Yeah, I only noticed because I went to put this chart in Saga and I thought I'd made a mistake in the conversion, or it had not picked up a colour. And I thought, why is that all white? And then when I looked at the mock-up in Pattern Keeper, it was the same. So, yeah, I might crop the bottom off. And when I looked, it was about, from that, if I cropped that off, it was about 25,000 stitches. I'm not sure. I've got time to think about it because I've still got a long way to go. But for now, we're just working up in her face. So cute. Should we do a thumbnail? So awkward. So that is that. It's going away for the year. I'll put that to one side because I'll put that on the bottom shelf. Little coffee break. Next, let me reach over and get these. So, next up was She Sleeps. Here is what it looks like when it's finished. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs and it is artwork by Stephanie Poyman Law. And this is a lovely round piece. My only round piece. And I decided, last time I was saying that it was a little bit less on the page, I ended up leaving it and I worked on the top curve again. So here is where I got to. So the majority of stitches were over here. This is a very, very confetti heavy area. So the stitch might start here and then just everywhere. But that is the part of a flower at the top of the piece. And I believe that is the top center up there. So this now has its 5% goal as well. So it'll be going away till next year. Unless they can come, I can work on them if I get the absolute urge. But I've got so many new projects that I want to be stitching on, so I doubt that. But she got 1,491 stitches, bringing it to 6.31%. So nice to stitch on this one. Like I said, it's a lot of confetti. There is so many colours in that. I don't know if you can see. Maybe a little bit. So many colours, but so much fun. So yes, so that is about, well, from the top, this is not the middle here, so. If I fold my fabric in quarters, we'll see how far off. So we're still a ways off getting a quarter of the edge done. I've hit the top, but not quite. Well, nowhere near hit the side. But I don't think I'm working around the edge anyway. I think I'm going to stick along the top for now. But like I said, it's not coming out till next year, so we'll see what kind of mood I'm in then. Put that away. And the next one, oh, this piece. First off, let me tell you what it is. It's Her Journey. It is charted by Blushing Pink Stitches and it is artwork by Megan Walsh. And it is beautiful. But I'm just so over background and I feel like this whole piece is background. It's detailed background, but it's background. So I think I have a plan. Otherwise, I would be abandoning this project, which I don't really want to do. Let me show you where I got to and then I'll talk more. So this is the second page and I'm just kind of working down to the bottom of it. This got 570 stitches and is now at 3.05%. So 500 stitches for me is a low amount for any given piece. But I was just so bored of it, I just did not want to stitch on it at all. So what I'm thinking for, I'm going to put this away because this was a new start this year, so it technically doesn't have a 5% goal. I'm going to put it away and next year I'm going to keep this as bedtime stitching along with Water Nymph. So Water Nymph, to get 5% would take maybe 6 months of the year and same for this. So I might just alternate it each month. Do Water Nymph 1 month, this another month, and it just keeps them going. And the reason why I pick background stitching for bedtime is if I stitch something really exciting, it'll keep me up later. If I stitch something that I can put a couple of 100 stitches in or 100 stitches and be okay to not work on it, then I'm more likely to go to sleep. But it is going away unless I get the urge. which I doubt. And it might be bedtime stitching for next year. Otherwise, I can't see myself working on it on like a day off where I can work on whatever I want. And that is all the stitching that are in bags. The rest are in hoops. So, quick break. So talking of water nymph, that one is next. Here's what it looks like when it is finished. A lot of background, a very large piece. Bedtime stitching is lovely for bedtime stitching, it's perfect. It got 2,578 stitches and is now at 9.19%. So it is so close to getting its 5% goal, because I got 5% last year, I want 5% this year. It needs 3,534 stitches, so I'm hopeful that I can get that by the end of the year. If there's any time left over before the end of the year, I will bring out her journey and probably put that in. But here is where I got to. And it does look, like when you look up close, that's like what I see when I'm stitching. But then when you bring it back, you can see that that is like, I don't know, some kind of, she sat here and there's like mistiness around her and water and stuff like that. So I'm nearly finished with this page, so that will be, I've got 4 pages done over here, 5 and 6, so that will be 6 pages done on this piece after I finish this little bit. And then I was thinking, oh, I could move over here and get her hair in, because as you can see, her hair is coming in. These pieces are hair. But I think I'm going to carry on down here because I want to hit more water eventually. So it'll take me a while because I do work this in the diagonal. But it's something to look forward to, something to work towards. But yeah, lovely. The next piece is Travelling Library. This is artwork by Amy Stewart. It's charted by Her and Earth Designs. And this was a start with, well, I just started it on my own, to be honest. But it was a start on Yogi's channel. I'm getting confused. Let me put my notes up here. So here is where it is at. 25 count, 1 over 1 full cross. I think everything so far has been that, because I know I forgot to say. Yeah. And here is where I'm at. I added 1,211 stitches. I started at the back window near the bed, and I'm just kind of working. I have a block highlighted in Saga, which is 3 blocks deep and then this width, and I let it choose my symbols in the order of DMC just because I want the variety of colours. So as you can see, I've added in some light colours, some pinks, and when it's filled, I colour complete in that box and then finish my thread wherever it goes around, so it's kind of filling in bits and bobs. But as you can see, this is the curtain draping across this way. This is the little vase of flowers. This is the corner of the window. This is the start of the pillow and the bed. So eventually it will fill in top down. A lot of confetti. This is max colour, regular size max colour. A lot of confetti, a lot of different colours, but also a lot of fun to work on. So that's that piece. And the next piece is another Amy Stewart piece. This is Antique Shop Max Colours. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna put this on my scroll frame, but this piece is too wide. It would fit if I didn't need margins, basically. So when I worked it out and thought it would fit, I forgot to take into account the margins. But I've put it in, I think this is a 14 by 14 Q-snap. I dug out all my pieces of Q-snap and decided I should use them because they're just there. And this can live on this piece. So I'm just moving. This is a parking piece. This is 25 count 1 of 1 full cross, and a lot of parked threads on this. So I decided to move up and fill in this area here. Again, I'm using a user-defined box on Saga. So I've selected this box. You can see the outline of around the shape that it is. And I'm filling in with the minimum amount of stitches to the maximum after I've worked in the part threads for that area. And I just wanted to get those books in. Did I show you this bit last time? I don't know if I'd finished this bit. I might have. But there's a little horse here. I don't know if you can see. It looks like a little horse with someone on the back. This looks like a Victorian shoe. This looks like a mirror or something. It looks like it's got something in the middle like a flower, but it's obviously not very clear. This looks like a bowl, and then this is like a circle or oval lady with a dress. And then the books, but on the books I noticed this looks like a drink. This looks like a drink. What else did I see? There's things on the books, I can't really make out what they are just yet. But that is that piece. It got, Antique Shop got 1,174 stitches and it's now at 1.17%. But it's so much fun to work on. And yeah, the crazy parking method of I park in any direction, whichever makes sense, whatever stitch is the closest. It's very confetti heavy, so I don't really want to be traveling too far if there's a stitch closer. What is the back like? I've not looked at the back. That is the back. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse. So that's that piece. I might do a video on this, on how I park, how I choose where to park, and kind of the like, what is it? Not the method, but how I decide. That is another fun part, is there is some decision making when you park. Do you want it, like, you've got to kind of think, when I get to that block, how am I going to want that thread to go? So that is a lot of fun to work on, a very intricate piece. Another Amy Stewart piece, I've gone Amy Stewart mad. Another Amy Stewart piece is my super size max colour quick stitch little cake shop. Here's what it looks like when it is finished. I might have to, I don't know how to show you, that's the back. I don't know how to show you before and after. I should be able to get it in, yeah. So here is where I'm at. It is looking amazing. The bunting is looking so good, so detailed. It looks lovely. I put in 2,234 stitches, bringing it to 0.61%. If I could get this to 1% by the end of the year, I'd be really happy. So this is 25 count 1 over 1 full cross. They all have been today actually. There's only one project that the next new start isn't. This is stopped mid-stitch. It's got one leg and I've just stopped. I worked on this yesterday when the boys were watching football. I did put it on my new stand, and because they were like taking up the sofa, and I decided to sit on a chair with this to try out my new stand. It's not so comfortable with my chairs because these chairs are not comfortable, but I got a couple of 100 stitches yesterday, which was nice. But love this, and it is obviously huge. This is all tucked in, and I need to figure out a way to get this, because once I roll this up, it doesn't sit on my stand because how much fabric is underneath it. So I do need to figure that out. And the last one is a new start. It is Oh, where's it from? It's off Etsy. I'll link it down below. Is it Yerma Shova? Something like that. I always see them on Instagram and I could never really find where they sell the patterns, but they're in an Etsy shop called, it begins with a C. It's Ukrainian, I believe. It ends in UA. It's a backstitch heavy piece. Here is what it looks like. Let me just show you. It is backstitch heavy. I've got it in Saga. It comes with a Saga file, which is amazing. I want to show you. I'll show you what I've done and then I will show you what it's like on Saga. So here is where I am. I'm working this on 32 count, 2/2 full cross. And I've not done 2/2 for so long. So it was really nice to, this was my go-to, 32 count, 2/2 was always my go-to when I did non-full coverage before I tried 40 count. This is what my chatelaine is on. I actually bought this fabric when I bought that fabric. I found a website that had a meter of these two for maybe like £16 each, which was not bad. And that was the correct colour, so I thought I may as well get this one. And it's been hanging around for all that time. I've not really found anything to do on it, but I cut off a piece for this, and yes, there's going to be a lot of backstitch. So I wanted to show you what it looks like on Saga and how, because on Saga you can mark, or it comes in layers. So one layer would be your cross stitch, another layer would be your backstitch, and then another layer would be French knots. So this does have French knots. It has a lot of French knots, over 100. So this is what the chart looks like in Saga. So this is just cross stitch, the layer of just cross stitch. And if you go into the symbol area and you scroll to the top, you can see there is a section for backstitch, and if you click the eye, it will show you the backstitch, and you can mark it off, which is amazing. And then if you click the eye for French knots, it will show you where the French knots are. So where are the French knots? Oh, they're up here. Can you change? I wonder. So here are the French knots, and there's backstitch, and there's, it's so good. I will maybe do a walkthrough when I get to the backstitch. I'll backstitch this as I go, because it is backstitch heavy. I've obviously not used it for backstitch yet, so when I get to it I'll be learning just as much as you, but we can do it together. And that is all my stitching. So yeah, I'm very happy. I have bought something. Well, I bought my stand. What else? I bought 2 charts. One is a Christmas New Start. I can't wait. I'll show you when I start it. I'm gonna try 32 count 1/110 with CXC. So I wanted the 2 label CXC. I was not going for 1 label again. So I'm waiting for that to come from AliExpress. So I don't know, maybe mid-November I will get that started. Let me just show you. Why not? It's a beautiful interior of a Christmassy front room with a fireplace and patio doors, and it just looks so cozy. So that's what it looks like. I just love the richness of the browns. This clock up here, can't wait. Can't wait to get to these windows. We all know I love windows. The lights in the tree, a little teddy bear sat on the chair. Really pretty. So there is a Christmas start along. I did not want to stitch the chart that was chosen. I've looked at that chart a million times. Leanne, it's Christmas House 2, and Leanne from Small Town Stitches is stitching it. And I love the chart. I just need to see the room stitched up before I would even think about it. So for now, I'm going to stitch this, and this will last me quite a while. So that is that, and that is everything. That is everything I've got to show you. I've been doing some organising of my chatelaine threads. I opened the bag today and realised it was a hot mess, and I don't know what I was doing before. There was no organisation. So I've organised that, and I want to get stitching on that. I'm thinking for that piece, I might stitch on it when the boys are at football and that's its dedicated time. I was thinking of maybe doing a little stitch game with our football team, with so many stitches for goals and stuff like that, but I might start that next week and do it like a week in hand. So today they're off to the football, they're playing Port Vale. So once they go, I will work on my chatelaine. I can't wait. I've missed it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your week, until the next time I see you. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.